All right, everybody, and thank you, Mona, and thank you, everybody, for taking time tonight to join the Fall Product Program Troop Training. It is a pleasure to be on here, and as Mona mentioned, I represent M2 Media. And just for those of you that may be new to the program, there are two vendors that partner together with Girl Scouts of Nassau County to make this program possible from a product perspective, and M2 Media is one of those. And what we bring to the table is the online platform, and you'll hear me talk quite extensively about that this evening. We also bring the rewards, the customer service. We do the magazine fulfillment, and we provide a couple other products as well. So with that, I want to move forward and let everybody know that all of us appreciate all that you're doing, because you are directly impacting the future of these girls. And you're facilitating this largest girl-led entrepreneurial program. I don't know if you knew it, but this is the largest girl-led entrepreneurial program in the entire world. Not the fall program, but product program in general. And all that you're doing is assisting these girls in earning the funds so that they can have their amazing girl-led adventures and service opportunities. And by encouraging them to participate in the product program, you're providing these girls not only the opportunity to learn really great skills, but knowing they're going to share these skills with other girls, you're helping make this world a better place. So thank you for all that you're doing to motivate, to facilitate, and to assist these girls in having a great experience in Girl Scouts. So what is the Fall Product Program? Well, the Fall Product Program is there's two programs, fall product programs throughout the year, and the Fall Product Program provides a great entrepreneurial experience to help troops raise some startup funds, and maybe for really successful troops, even more than just startup funds. There's two ways to participate in this product program. One is by picking up the order card and talking to customers and family members and friends of the family face to face, showing them the delicious nuts and chocolates that are part of the order card side of the business. Then there's also the online experience. Now, the online experience generally brings in about 75–80% of the entire program. And that is what you're going to hear me focus on. To be able to create an online store, the girl only needs to take 4 simple steps and spend 5 to 7 minutes. So what I always recommend for the best way to participate is that she does both. How is that? Well, on the first day of the program, if she takes 5 to 7 minutes and those 4 simple steps to create her online store, she gets to walk away from the online store and let the online program do all the work for her while she picks up the order card and supplements all of her sales by talking to family and friends about the yummy nuts and chocolates that are available in the program. So it is also the girl's first entrepreneurial experience. Now, some people will say, oh, no, it's not. My girl had a lemonade stand at the end of the driveway last summer. Well, okay, fair enough. But this is really the first structured entrepreneurial experience that most girls will ever have. This is their opportunity to practice and perfect some really great skills that we hope she will learn, take into her adulthood, and be able to be successful with. Those include business ethics, decision-making, goal setting, money management, people skills. And by perfecting those skills, she also is generating money, earning rewards, all while really easily selling chocolates, nuts, magazines, and more, as you'll see in a little bit. Now, what I normally do is when I go into in-person trainings with volunteers around the country in Girl Scouts, I sit down with them and I say, tell me what you believe the girls are learning from this program. Keep in mind, that's why we're all here together, working together, to make sure that the girls have a great experience, develop wonderful relationships, but also do a lot of learning. And they take those skills and they become successful in their later years. The volunteers will raise their hand and they'll tell me all of these things and more. They build their confidence. They learn email marketing. They learn how to overcome rejection because not every customer is going to say yes to them. They learn how to set goals, be accountable for those goals, and work as a team. They feel empowered, especially when they learn how to step out of their comfort zone and talk to people face to face. They utilize the technology in this program to be able to scale their success, and they learn customer service and responsibility as well as money management and so much more. Now, I asked the volunteers, I said, do girls ever come up to you and say, I really want to participate so that I can perfect one of these skills or more of these skills? They say no. They said they really like participating in this program because there's really great rewards, activities, trips, experiences, and fun that all are generated and created due to the proceeds realized in this program. So talking about proceeds, what does the troop earn in this program? Well, the troop themselves, they earn 13% of all the sales. And the troops that do qualify to opt out of receiving the rewards part of this program will still receive all the patches we're about to talk about, plus they'll get an additional 5% of all gross sales, bringing their entire proceeds up to 18% of all gross sales. The theme this year is Own Your Magic. And when I say it's Own Your Magic for the year, that's what I mean. It is going to be the theme throughout the fall product program as well as the cookie program. And we believe all of you are going to get used to it. You're going to enjoy it and you're going to have a magical year. But the mascot for the year for the fall program is the ocelot. Now, I never heard of what the ocelot was prior to us adopting this for the program, but I learned a lot about it, and I hope all of you will learn a lot about it, and then provide that information to the girl, because girls are like sponges in this program. They like to learn a lot about something they've never heard about, especially if it's a super duper cute cat like this. So ocelots primarily live in Central and Southern America. A few of them do creep across the border down near Texas and live down there, but it's not primarily a United States type animal. There's a lot to learn, a lot to give to the girls, and I encourage all of you to maybe do a little Google search. Take a picture of what's up on the screen, talk about it at your troop meetings, and what you're probably going to find out is the girls will really fall in love with this animal. And then when they see it as a reward on the order card in the plush version, it's going to motivate them to want to participate in this program so they can get their own ocelot on the shelf in their bedroom as a reward for a job well done. Now let's talk about the products in this program coming to you from the M2 side of things. We do a lot of magazine fulfillment. We have over 350 titles on the shelves of the online stores that the girls can create. And magazines the last few years have actually gone up in the number of subscriptions we've sold, primarily because this system allows the girls to reach out to many, many more possible customers. And we're told a lot of parents are ordering more magazines than they did prior to 2020 and COVID, because they're starting to get a little bit tired of their kids holding onto those devices, looking down at them, and they're encouraging them to put the devices down and pick up something fun to read around the house to encourage literacy, which is always a big part of our wanting the kids to learn and progress. We have added 2 new products to the store shelves this year, and one of those are Tervis tumblers. We've created a relationship with Tervis tumblers where we have 300 different SKUs available for your supporters to be able to choose from, and those come in 100 different designs. There are the plastic insulated versions, the stainless steel insulated versions, designs with sports teams, collegiate teams, as well as really fun little designs and sayings for everybody. And please know that these will range in price from $27.99 to $49.99, and they will ship for only $5.99 per tumbler. Now, I will also tell you one more thing, that if customers buy 3 or more in a transaction, the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, each of those will ship for only $1 a piece, while the first 3 still ship for $5.99. And when you see this as part of the program, please understand that our relationship with Tervis tumblers started after a lot of the printed material came out. So if there's something where maybe it requires a certain number of magazines to be sold, this will be included as part of the magazine side of the incentives. We have also brought to the table a product called Mini Bark Box. All of you dog owners may know this product. It is a subscription-based program normally for dog owners. However, Girl Scouts USA knocked on the door of BarkBox and said, can we not worry about the subscription side of it? And can you create a box for us, just for the Girl Scouts for this year? And if it goes really well, then we'll expand on that relationship. And so what BarkBox did, they said, sure. Let's go ahead and put together one item that's available for $19.99 for all of those Girl Scout supporters who have a dog. And we will ship them this one box that has a green Girl Scout beret with a trefoil sewn into the front of it and a squeaky toy sewn into the inside of it. Put it on your dog, take quick pictures, because once your dog realizes there's a squeaky toy in it, they're going to go crazy. And they're also going to go crazy for the oversized canister of Berry Trio dog treats that comes with it. Now, another really cool thing about this one is they will ship for $5 per delivery address. If a customer in a single transaction buys 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they all ship into the same address. It will ship for only $5. Doesn't matter how many items they buy. Now let's talk about the rewards. We've mentioned that troops can elect to have the rewards, or if they're eligible to opt out of rewards, they can go ahead and forego the rewards, but they also will be able to get all of the patches. So on the left-hand side, you're going to see what we call our theme patches. And girls can earn all three of them. They stack together really nicely to make a fun theme. Or we've designed them so that even if they only earn one of them or two of them, they will still look really nice together. So what does it take to earn those? As you see on the screen, the top patch the girls can earn, it's called the Own Your Magic patch, if they sell a minimum of just 3 tumblers, magazines, and or BarkBox items. And then the middle one, the 2023, listen to this. All they need to do is create their online storefront and enter 18 email addresses of family members, friends of the family, or coworkers of the parents. Now, you're thinking to yourself, wait, they don't have to sell anything to get that 2023 patch? That's right. That's something that we built in the system because last year, every girl that created an online storefront averaged well over $250 in sales. So we know that if she just does it, puts in those email addresses, she will be successful. So we're going to incentivize her with a patch just for trying. And then the bottom patch she can earn by reaching a minimum of 15 nut and chocolate items. That can be on the order card, it can be online, or it can be a combination thereof. Over on the right-hand side, we have several ancillary patches, including the Care to Share patch that she can get if she finds 3 customers willing to donate towards the Care to Share program, where a canister of nuts will be donated on the customer's behalf to the I think it's Operation Gratitude. Is that what it is? I can't remember. It's not.
No, just Care to Share.
Just Care to Share. Okay.
Right.
And more of that will be coming when Todd comes on from Ashton Farms, because that's a program facilitated by Ashton Farms. Also, they can earn the Superseller Mags patch when they get up to 8 total magazines, tumblers, and or BarkBox items. And then when they reach 45 total nut and chocolate items sold, they will earn the Goal Getter patch. Now, there's another patch I want to make sure everybody understands. If you've been part of this program before, you know about this one. If you're brand new, listen carefully, because remember I told you can create your online store in 4 simple steps. Well, one of those steps is entering email addresses. Very simple. One of the other ones is to create an avatar, your online entrepreneur that looks just like the Girl Scout herself. And part of that process, after she has launched the online store, that avatar shows up everywhere, but she can also earn a patch with her avatar on it and her first name, her initials, or her nickname. She gets to design the patch right in the system, and I'll show you how all that works. And all she needs to do to earn this patch is simply enter 18 emails into the system, which is one of the 4 steps. And then when her program reaches $300 in total sales, that could be order card and or online items, our system will recognize it, put this patch into production, and mail it directly to her address. There's going to be another patch that she can earn with her avatar on it through this program, and that's by participating in both the fall product program as well as the upcoming cookie program. So what does she have to do to get this one? Well, all she needs to do in the fall to qualify is create her online storefront with 18 or more email addresses entered into the system. After she reaches that criteria, and after the fall product program is over, we will send her an email congratulating her for reaching the fall criteria. We'll put a picture of this patch right in the email, and then we'll remind her that all she needs to do is sell 110 boxes of cookies, and this patch too will go into production and be mailed directly to her house. And we have a whole bunch of different wonderful rewards. And each one of these lines, it is a cumulative reward program. So on the nut and snack side of things, the very first row, it starts at a minimum of 15 nut and chocolates, where she will earn that ocelot patch. And if she gets up to 60 nuts and chocolates, she will have earned everything on that line. When we go down to the second line, it starts at 3 magazines. Now, right there on the order card is what I was sort of alluding to earlier. Even though it says magazines, please understand that this went into production before we finalized the relationship with Tervis Tumblers and with BarkBox. So, but that can be, don't be confused. It's 3 magazines, tumblers, and or BarkBox items. And then if they get up to 10 magazine, BarkBox, and tumbler items, they will receive all 4 of the items that you see there. The email patch over on the right-hand side on row number 2 comes with just entering 18 emails into the system when she creates her online store. And then there's some really great combined sales items, and that starts at $600, where they get a choice of the large plush ocelot or a Bluetooth tower speaker. It goes up to $750, where they will receive the plush or the speaker, plus they're also going to get a CEO Safari lunch that takes place on December 3rd, good for the girl and one adult chaperone. And if they get up to $1,000 in total sales, they're going to get all 3 experiences. And that third one is a Muse paint bar in Garden City. And there's 2 different dates she has an option of taking advantage of, December 9th or December 16th, which also includes a chaperone. And guess what? The chaperone gets to paint too. And then, of course, over on the right-hand side on the bottom row, if she'll get the patch for 3 donation items. And if she gets up to 20 donations items, she will be able to adopt an ocelot. And that's a program where she won't actually get a real ocelot delivered to her front door to take care of, but it is the ability to virtually adopt an ocelot where she can keep track of a specific ocelot and then enjoy that experience. So let's talk about, you've heard me mention it a million times. Let's talk about the online experience, the 4 easy steps it takes to build the online store in 5 to 7 minutes. And then I'm going to show you a few features that she gets to enjoy after her store is open. This is really fun and easy. And you've already heard me talk about the avatar, so pay attention, it gets fun. But let's go over some details of how she gets started. On September 29th, that'll be the first day that the site opens and that any girl can start creating the online store. Can't do it before September 29th. They have to wait until September 29th to get started. And there's 2 easy ways to get to the site. One is by following the URL located in the middle of the M2 flyer that you see pictured in the bottom left of your screen. In that yellow circle is the URL, and right above the image that you see there, that is the website that is listed on that page. It's gsnutsandmags.com/GSNC. She doesn't need an invitation to get there on September 29th. All she needs to do is type that into her browser, and she will get to the landing page that I'll show you in a second. We are also making sure that all the caregivers are notified that September 29th will be the first day by sending out an email on that day announcing the start of the fall product program and then providing a link in the email that the caregiver can click on to help get to that same exact landing page that looks exactly like this. So in the upper right-hand corner of this page, in the upper right-hand corner of this page, please note that the entire site can be translated over into Spanish. But if you don't need it translated into Spanish, all you need to do is click on Create an Account. And when you create an account, our system's simply going to ask for the zip code to verify you're in the right site for the Girl Scouts of Nassau County. And then we're going to collect the caregiver details. Very simple. First name, last name, email address, and to create a password. That email address and password will be your login credentials throughout the rest of the program. And that takes us to step number 1. Step number 1 is super easy. All they need to do is, now there will be a video on the right-hand side that will start to play when you get to step number 1. You can listen to that, and it'll basically remind you of all the steps I'm telling you, or you can simply go over and type in your troop number. For those of you that don't know your troop number, that's okay, because we provide a box right there that you see highlighted where they have the ability to type in the troop number. The next step is to go ahead and start typing in your last name. We will display all the names that match that same last name for the girl to select which one is hers. After she selects her last name, we provide her the opportunity to type in her nickname. Do you remember that first avatar patch I showed you tonight where she gets to have her avatar and her name or her initials or her nickname at the top of the patch? This is where we collect that nickname. And then we're going to ask her 3 simple questions. What does Girl Scouting mean to you? And what does your troop plan to do with the money? And what is your goal? The reason we ask those questions is simply because we're going to put that into a paragraph. So let's go over that one more quick time. The video will show you everything that I just told you. We will ask for the troop number, the name, and those 3 simple questions. And then the answers to those 3 simple questions are going to be put into a paragraph that she can review at the bottom of the page. After she reviews that, please note that we will display that paragraph on her storefront for her customers to be able to see. Because what we've learned over the last many, many years is that customers are more supportive if they understand why she's part of Girl Scouts, what her goal is, and what the troop plans to do with the money. Now, that's the end of step number 1. That took all of just a couple seconds. Step number 2 will go into creating the avatar, and she will have the avatar displayed, the first set of avatars displayed up on the left-hand side over there, and then over in the right in the circled area are all the different attributes that she can scroll through, and that avatar will change based off of her selections. There are over 2 billion different avatars that can be created with all the different fun attributes that she gets to scroll through and enjoy making that avatar look exactly like her. This is going to be her online salesperson. And this online salesperson or online entrepreneur will do all the work for her after her store is open and she walks away and participates in her activities or homework or whatever else she likes to spend her time doing. Now, after she's made the avatar look like herself, she can easily make the avatar sound like herself. Last year, every girl who added their voice to the avatar sold an average of 100% more than girls that didn't add their voice to the avatar, and it's so easy to do. All she needs to do is click on the link right underneath her avatar. This page will pop up with a sample script showing she can read that sample script, she can practice it, or she can make up her own. But when she's ready to record her voice into the avatar or into the system, she just clicks the record button, talks into the computer, and then click stop. And then our system will take her voice and add it to her avatar so that the avatar with animation can deliver the message in her own voice to her customers. That's why she sells 100% more, because the customers that know her listen to her voice and they are so amazed at the creativity she has displayed that they will buy even more items than they would have in the first place. That's the end of step number 2. So step number 1 took about a minute. Step number 2 took maybe 2 minutes. And then we go on to the optional step number 3. This is optional because she can always come back to this if she wants to. Or if she wants more sales, she can click on upload a video or upload a photo of herself, just to enhance her site even more. But notice on the right-hand side is the first time we display the personalized patch that she can earn. We tell her the criteria right above it, which includes entering email addresses into the system. And the reason we do is because step number 4 is all about entering those email addresses. Now, girls that participated in this last year will get to this page and see all the email addresses they entered last year. We try to make the system easier for her. We know that she was successful last year, so we're going to tell her who her customers were last year and allow those customers to be able to continue supporting this year. She can then add to those email addresses by typing them in one by one, or listen to this, click on the icons across the top that match the mail system of the parent. Once they click on that, we will display all the email addresses on the screen that the parent has in their computer. They can select which ones to automatically add to the system. And then once all those email addresses are selected, they will simply click in the bottom right-hand corner, that green button, and they will all be added back onto this page with that one click of the button. It is that easy. Once the email addresses are in there, we're ready to launch the program and open the store. And down in the lower right-hand corner, they'll click on Launch Your Campaign, and immediately after launching their campaign, the store is open. We will even create a link to that store that the girl will then land on this page to be able to share that link. Can share it through the parent's Facebook page, the parent's Twitter page, and or copy the link to the storefront and share it via email or anywhere else. It is a really neat way for the girl to announce that her online store is open for business. Then she's going to land on this fun page for the first time. And if she completes it, she won't see this again unless she'd like to update it. This is where she gets to build her personalized patch. This is an interactive page where the patch over on the left-hand side will change based off of her selections. She can keep her first name on the top. She can change it into her nickname, or she can change it to her initials. She can leave the background that originally comes with this, and that's the waterfall in the background, or she can select the ocelot hanging out in the tree. And then she can even change her avatar out of the outfit that she originally built her avatar to wear and into either a pink romper or the gray safari suit that you see on the screen. But there's so many different choices and ways for her to build that patch. She'll enjoy doing so. And when she's finished, she'll toggle over the toggle to the right of the patch, enter her mailing address, and click Save. And we will display the final patch that she has created, as well as what the envelope looks like that will arrive in her mailbox after she's earned the patch and it's been produced. It's that fun. It's that easy. After she does that, she lands on her dashboard and she can walk away from the computer, or if she wants to log back in anytime throughout the rest of the program, this is where she's actually going to land. And this is a great opportunity for me to tell you something that will help her be more successful. And that is managing this program like a business person, because if you understand your customers and how they behave, you'll be a better business person all in all. So what does that mean? Well, look at what's circled on the screen. It is her progress bar towards her goal. That progress bar towards her goal is going to show up on her dashboard. Ask the girls when you're in your next meeting. So let me ask all of you, what do you think is going to happen if somebody comes to your online store and sees that you've already reached your goal? And I promise you, most of them are going to say, well, they're not going to buy anything. And you're going to be like, exactly. So let me teach you something. Go to your dashboard, see how far you are, how close you are to your goal. And if you're getting close, click on the link underneath your avatar right there. This page will open up. This page will open up. And in the middle of this page is your old goal. You can highlight it, type in a higher goal, and then down at the bottom, click update. And immediately, instantaneously, and in real time, your goal will be updated on your storefront, so future customers that visit your store will not see that you've reached your goal, and they'll continue to buy from you. Parents with more than one Girl Scout in the family can add another Girl Scout right here from the first Girl Scouts dashboard, and then they can manage those by clicking on your Girl Scouts. This page will open up and display all the Girl Scout profiles they've created, allowing them to select which ones to view. Now, I mentioned the other way to participate in this program is by picking up the order card and talking to people face to face and filling out that order card with orders for those yummy nuts and chocolates. Well, every order card and all of the orders on it need to be entered into the system before the end of the program. So we have a link right there on our dashboard called Manage Paper Orders. Encourage all of your parents to click on that and type in one by one each of the total numbers sold for each flavor. That will help you out a lot. And then after they do it, right before the end of the program or right at the end of the program, ask them for a picture of their final order card to be texted to you or emailed to you. You can then pull those up, verify that the orders were entered correctly, and cross those off your list. There is no submit button for you to be able to submit. Whatever's in the system when the system shuts down is what will be ordered and delivered back to the girl to be able to deliver to the customers. You can enter, let me make sure you also understand, you can enter these many times, and it's always going to be a running total of all sold. So for instance, if the girl goes out first weekend, sells 5 of everything, goes out the second weekend and sells 3 more of everything, when she comes back to change these numbers, she needs to change it from a 5 to an 8. not enter 3 more thinking that she's adding 3 to the overall, because that'll change the total only to 3 when she actually sold 8. There is an icon on here called the emails, and this is important because when she clicks on it, she'll be able to see all the email addresses that were in the system when she first launched the program. Now, let's say she only launched her online store with 10 email addresses, but she needs 18. She can go ahead and add more contacts. She can see the status of every email address that she put into the system by looking at the key at the bottom. And again, she can add more email contacts so she can get up to at least 18. The more she adds, the more sales she will get. And then she can update that throughout the program too. She can treat this like a business and see all of the reports based off of all of her sales. We have so many different ways for her to see what she sold. She can break it out by category by clicking on the tabs that you see highlighted as we scroll through these. She can see how many tumblers and BarkBox items. She can click on campaign stats to see what the system sees. And what I mean by that is halfway down the list there, it says number of emails sent. So if she's trying to get up to 18 and we see only 17 in here, she'll know that. And then she can go back and click on that email tab to be able to add more email addresses in. She can even see all of the people who ordered online to have girl delivered items delivered to them by the girl herself. So please understand that every report in here can be printed, it can be downloaded, and it can even be emailed. There's going to be girls that have are really motivated, and to the right of the reports tab is a personalized door hanger, and to the right of that is the business cards. Either one she clicks on is going to pull up the respective door hanger or business card that's already made for her. All she needs to do is pull it up on the screen, print it off, and then distribute those to family members, coaches, dentists, orthodontists, whomever she believes would be supportive of her motivation and this program. So we put her avatar on there. We give simple instructions so that every potential customer can go right to her online store. And even in the upper right hand corner, there's the ability to text a link to people. And when they receive that link, it changes into an ad like you see. Something really cute, something really fun, and that customer can simply tap on it and land right on her online store. She can go back to step number 3 that I said was optional, and she can create a fun video in the time that she has after her online store is open, creating even more sales. She can update her personalized patch. She can update her avatar. She can even go to an avatar room that looks just like this. This is the avatar room where we give her digital rewards for doing things that we know are going to make her more successful. If she wants to find out what other digital rewards there are, she clicks on the question marks. We will display the criteria that it takes to earn those, and then she can get to work. There's also a troop photo that is available for her to see. You have a troop photo from your dashboard that you can access, and you'll see that right next to your avatar on your dashboard. But she can access it right here in Avatar Room, and that troop photo will be displayed on her screen. She can see everybody's avatar from the troop to the troop leader, and also know that this is where I want to stop and encourage all of you to pull this up, download it, print it, whatever you want to do prior to every meeting that you have. Display it to the girls. Show them, hey, we're in the middle of fall product program. Here's our current troop photo. Who's not on it? And then they're going to say, I'm not on it. And you say, well, you can be if you spend 4 easy steps, 7 minutes. You get to create your online storefront with your avatar. And next week when we come back, your avatar will show up on our troop photo. And let's all do that, because maybe we can put it all on a t-shirt. And every time we go do an activity together as a troop, everybody wears their t-shirts. It's a great motivator and things that you can do. This was a great idea that was told to me this year. So I wanted to make sure I shared that with you. All of the physical rewards that we went over that were listed on the back of the order card are actually listed right online and managed online. By clicking on the physical rewards link, girls will be able to see all of the physical rewards they can earn, the criteria that it takes to earn them. And if there is a choice to make between 2 different rewards, like I showed you before with the large plush or the tower speaker, we will notify her that she's reached that level and then give her the opportunity to make a choice of which one she wants. She can always go back and change her choice before the end of the program, and you can even help her make choices too. But if she doesn't make a choice before the end of the program, we're going to keep reminding her to do so through the system. And then we'll kind of softly say, well, if you don't do it before X date, somebody might do it for you. And I promise that helps motivate them to make those choices. We're rounding out her dashboard here where she can share her site, share a link to her site as many times as she wants to throughout this program. She can update her profile as well as in real time see the top sellers in her troop. And that right there pretty much rounds out the girl experience. So all the way up to the time when she clicks launch your campaign, that took less than 5 minutes, maybe 7 minutes. And then everything else are options for her to be able to be successful, have fun managing her program like any entrepreneur would. Oops. Okay. So now what we're going to do is talk about the experience online for the supporter. It's always important for you and the girls to understand what the supporter sees. Well, remember she entered her email addresses into the system. Our system will make the email for her. She doesn't even have to worry about making it. That's why I've been emphasizing enter email addresses in there. Our system will create the email and send it out to all those people. It looks just like what you see on the screen. There's even a link right above the avatar that the customer can click on, and that's where the avatar with animation will deliver her special personalized message that she recorded in her own voice. Then what happens is they click on the link in the bottom right-hand corner, and it takes them to the online store. It looks like this. There's the avatar. There's the paragraph right next to the avatar explaining why she's part of Girl Scouts, what her goal is, and what the troop's going to do with the proceeds earned in this program. The customer then can click on any one of the products that they see that entices them and start shopping. If they click on the nut and chocolate storefront, this page will open up and ask the customers, would you like the nuts and chocolates you're about to shop for? Would you like them delivered at the end of the program by the girl herself so you don't have to pay any shipping? Or do you prefer receiving these a little bit sooner via Federal Express where you don't mind paying for shipping? Depending on their choice, depends on how many items show up in the storefront. If they choose to save shipping and have the girl deliver it, it will be only the items that are listed on the order card. If they choose to pay for shipping and they will have about 30 different nut chocolate items available. Todd will go over that in a little bit. And then if they click on, for instance, the Tumblr storefront, you're going to see up in the upper right-hand corner, you're going to see the girl's avatar and the progress towards her goal. Again, that's why we want to kind of inform the girl of how to be successful in this program. But from the customer's perspective, they will be able to shop for the tumblers, and then further down, they're going to see the magazines and other products as well. And after the customer makes a purchase, we're going to send them a confirmation email letting them know that, hey, this is what you ordered. This is the last four of your credit card. This is the address you provided us. And if there's any questions at all about needing to correct any of that information or about the products that you receive, our customer service information is at the bottom. All right, so we've gone over the girl experience. We've gone over the customer experience. Let's end with your experience where you get in on the fun too. You get to create an avatar, and this is actually a very simple program for you to be able to manage online. If it wasn't, you wouldn't want to come back. But we try to make this as fun and as exciting for you as it is for the girl. So what's going to happen on September 22nd? What day is that? Is that today? Oh, that's tomorrow. Tomorrow, you're going to get an email. Mark your calendars. Just remember it. That tomorrow by noon, you should receive this email in your inbox, okay? Now, if noon comes, it's scheduled to go out at 10 a.m. in the morning. That's why I say just give it till noon or so. But if you don't see it in your inbox, double check your spam or your junk folders because the email should be there as long as you're registered service unit chair and or troop manager. Now, you as a troop leader, what's going to happen is you're going to click on a link in the email. And the first thing our system is going to ask you to do is to go ahead and create your password. Then it's going to start playing a mandatory video for you to watch, which trains you on the links on your dashboard. That's super important to pay attention to that because there's lots of very self-explanatory, user-friendly links, but you may pick up on something you didn't know before. So watch that video through its entirety, and then what's going to happen is we're going to display this page. This is called the Parent Adult Email Campaign. All the parents and their email addresses will be listed on this page. All we ask you to do as the troop leader is click send and continue. Now, the emails will not send to your caregivers announcing that the program has started until the first day of the program. So you could click it tomorrow, authorize it. That just authorizes us to send the email to your parents for you. But the emails don't go out until the first day of the program, but we encourage you to do it starting tomorrow. And then if you want to come back and see more about that or manage that, kind of like the girls will manage their emails, you can click on the link that shows up on the top left-hand corner of all the links. When you click on that, you'll be able to see all the email addresses in the system. Starting on the first day of the program, you'll see if anybody opened those emails, who opened them. You can add more email addresses in, and so forth and so on. You can even send an email to a family that speaks only Spanish by clicking a little box right next to their email address. If you want to access that training video to see and review the training video that we showed you originally, you can click on it, bring it back up on your screen, and maybe scroll over to the part where you have some questions about one of these links on your dashboard. And to log back in throughout the program, all you need to do is click on one of two, or type in one of two different URLs. Each one of them starts with gsnutsandmags.com, and then you can go /admin or /gsnc. And if you go to /admin, you'll click on this link. If you go to gsnc, you'll click on that link. That simple. And then once you're in the system, if you have two different roles, if you manage two different troops, you don't have to log out. You can simply go in the upper right-hand corner, click on that, click change role. We will display your roles on the screen for you to then select which role you want to move over to. It's that simple. And what also is simple is communicating with all the girls in your troop. You can click on their send messages feature. When you click on send messages, this page will open up and allow you to simply create a message within the system to whatever groups of participants you want to. Maybe girls who have launched their program, congratulating them for doing so, and congratulating them for putting in email addresses. Or maybe you want to reach out to the girls in your troop who have not yet created that, letting them know that, hey, when you do, your troop your avatar will show up on your troop photo. You'll be able to start participating and helping the troop reach their goals. All sorts of different ways to communicate with the girls and the caregivers using this feature. You have access to a lot of reports too, because you're going to be interested to see how your program's going from a troop perspective. You can see all of your sales. You can break it out. You can see the categories, how many items of each category were sold as well. And then you can break it out by using the tabs similar to what's available to the girls. But you even have over on the right-hand side a special reports tab where you can generate Excel reports based off of just products that were bought or rewards that were earned or a summary, all sorts of different things. There's even a tab, the last one, called the summary report. This is the most popular report accessed in the program, and it'll allow you to see every aspect and metric associated with your troop. And please know that every report in the system can be printed, downloaded, exported to Excel, and also emailed, just like the girls can. And lastly, I want to wrap up before we get to the dates with the delivery ticket link. You're not going to see this. You're not going to see it on your list of links on your dashboard until November the 10th. November the 10th happens to be the same day that Girl Scouts of Nassau County will submit their nut and chocolate order to the nut vendor. On that day, and only after the order has been finalized and sent, then we will display on your dashboard the delivery ticket link, allowing you to generate delivery tickets very easily by girl or by your troop. You can do it, generate them by products and by rewards as well. And once you've created them, you can simply print them out, have them ready so that when the product is ready for you to pick up from your service unit and distribute to the girls, you're all set to go. And guess what? Just like the girls, you can create your own avatar, you can create your own patch, and then you can earn that patch. There's only really two criteria that are required for you to earn this patch. One, after you've created your avatar, is simply activate the parent adult email campaign. As you saw, that is one click of the button, send and continue. Then when our system recognizes that your troop has earned or has sold, reached $1,200 in total sales, your patch, as long as you've provided your mailing address, will go into production and be mailed directly to you. So let's wrap up with, before handing it over to Todd over at Ashton Farms, let's wrap it up with our dates. Early access starts tomorrow. That's the day that you're going to get your email and you can get into the system and peruse around before the very first start date of September 29th. That's the first day that the girl can go ahead and create her online store. And it's also the date that our system will send on your behalf a notice to all your caregivers, letting them know the program has started. The program will end on November 5th. The products will be delivered to the service units for you to pick up between December 1st and December 2nd. And with that, I just want to also let you know that M2 provides a customer service part of this program where if you have any questions at all related to nuts, chocolates, magazines, tumblers, BarkBox, technology, emails, anything rewards, please maybe take a screenshot of this, maybe take a picture with your phone right now, turn it into an attachment so that you can provide this to anybody who emails you a question and say, ooh, great question. I might not know it, but M2 customer service will. And with that, I'm going to hand it back and stay online to watch the rest of this and then participate in any questions and answers that come up afterwards.
Thank you, Doug. Very good, Todd.
Okay, thank you, Doug. Great job. Welcome, everyone. I'll take over for the next section of tonight's training with some information about Ashton Farms, the producer of your nuts and chocolate products for the program. And we can go ahead to the next slide, Mona. Ashton Farms is based in Waukesha, Wisconsin, and we've been a licensed vendor for GSUSA for over 25 years now and a longtime partner with Girl Scouts of Nassau County. And go ahead to the next. Before we get into some of the new information for 2023, and I know you heard some statistics from Doug earlier, I have a quick review and some comparisons of the previous season. It was been really a great year for Girl Scouts of Nassau County. Participation, girls involved in your program, up 27.46% over the previous season. So very, very good result there. And your average per girl, so those girls that were participants went up by a lot too, over 2%. Nut cards were down a little bit or about flat, but that's understandable with the transition and trend toward more online selling. As a matter of fact, the online girl delivered increased by 47%, and the direct shipped option for customers where the products are sent to them directly at their home was up 23%. Magazines were up nicely. So all of that rolled together into a total sales increase for the council of over 30%. So again, really, really amazing results this past year, and that coming off of a very good year before as well. And then specifically about the products, your top selling items this past year, once again, at the very top, the chocolate covered pretzels in the holiday tin. That is your perennial top seller. I predict it will be this coming year as well, based on the history. Next was chocolate covered almonds, chocolate covered raisins, and your Care to Share donation was right up near the top on your girl delivered. So this were your nut card in-person sales and your online girl delivery. Peanut butter bears at number 5, and you can see the rest of the list all the way down. 16 items plus the donation. And there are multiple ways, again, for girls to participate. The in-person option with the nut card, and then lots of online options, not only the nuts and chocolate, but the magazines and more, as you've heard now about some exciting new opportunities for customers to support. And so multiple ways for girls to participate and lots of options for customers to support troops and girls. And now next we have your actual nut card for 2023. This is the lineup on the left side of the screen that Mona and Sonia and Kathleen and Laura go through all the statistics and all the options of the products that are available to choose from, look at the regional and national stats and the costs, and come up with the appropriate products for your nut card. This is also your specific items that are available for the online girl delivered. So it's a great variety, great, options for flavors, price points, 16 items plus the donation option. Each year we have a new design for the holiday tin. This year it's the two chickadees with the mushroom and a winter scene. So very cute design, loaded with, as we just discussed, the chocolate covered pretzels for your nut card and for your girl delivered options. There is also an opportunity for customers to order the holiday tin with deluxe pecan clusters on your online Girl Scout store. The holiday tin obviously highlights the option for holiday gift giving, the delivery of the products out to you and your troops and your girls. Ideal timing for holiday gifts. So not only do the holiday tins, all products are perfect for holiday gifts, but whether it's teacher gifts, neighbors, mail carrier, anyone that would enjoy a very high quality Girl Scout product at holiday time. A new one on your nut card, the Cheddar Caramel Crunch is a very different product than we've had. It consists of cheese crackers, cheddar corn sticks, caramel cheddar puffs, not popcorn, but puffs, coated in caramel and then dusted in cheddar cheese. Micro mini pretzels are the final ingredient in this product, and it's available and will be packaged in a stand-up resealable bag, a larger bag than any of the other products that you're familiar with. And another new item this year in your lineup is the Thai chili mix. This one's got a bit of a kick. It's packaged in a pop top can and consists of sweet Thai chili almonds, rice crackers, wasabi peas, sesame sticks, garlic breadsticks, and sriracha corn nuggets. So the spiciness comes from the wasabi and the sriracha. And again, very, very different from your lineup or anything that we've got now, with your top sellers being mostly chocolate. So these will be interesting to add in some additional flavor profiles to your lineup. And we always have a very unique design for your collectible Girl Scout tin. This year it's Peace Out Girl Scout, featuring graphics and items from Girl Scouts from 1961 to 1971. This is the second in a series of 3, which was started last year in the memory box theme. So the memory box tin that was introduced last year will be available for those customers that didn't get one or would like to get another one on your Girl Scout online store. So it will be available. This one is also available online and on the girl delivery options, but it's the second in the series featuring the memory box theme. Oh, and the product, of course, in the Girl Scout collectible tin is the Mint Treasures, the individually wrapped milk chocolates, and the tin is made in the USA. And just a little bit of a throwback to see some of the collectible Girl Scout tins from the recent past. We've always had unique Girl Scout tins, and maybe you've got your own collection if you're a veteran and have been involved for some years. Now, next, a little bit about the online shopping. And as Doug had explained, there are going to be options for the customers to select which store they'd like to shop from. And just to elaborate a bit, when the customer selects the nuts and chocolate, they'll be given 2 options. The online girl delivered, where the customer pays with a credit card. There's no shipping cost, however, because those products will come to you and then be delivered out to the customers by the girl. It's the same actual items that are available on the nut card. So those 16 items plus the donation. On the other hand, if the customer chooses to shop for convenience in the direct ship store, there they will find 30 products, a larger list of Girl Scout nuts and chocolates. Again, the customer pays with a credit card. The products will then be shipped directly to them at their home or business. And here is the shopping chart, or the shipping chart, I should say, with the rates for this year's shipping. I'm happy to say that the shipping rates are almost identical to last year. And once again, Girl Scouts of Nassau County have approved the subsidized discount shipping for your customers that order on the direct ship store. And basically, the really great offer here is a 50% discount on all orders over $75 in total. So the site will calculate all of these shipping costs, and once the shopping cart consists of $75 or more, that discount kicks in and the customer gets that deep discount on their direct shipped order. And by the way, just a point here about the direct ship, the donation item was by far the most popular option for ordering for customers on the direct shipped online Girl Scout store. Your donation option, once again, will support Island Harvest, the food bank and food pantries right there in Long Island. So the way it works is customers can order nuts to be donated to support Island Harvest and local food pantries. And by the way, troops will earn proceeds for all of these orders as well. Girls will earn credit towards their rewards and their patches, and there's even a special Care to Share patch available for girls that participate in the donation opportunity. Another big story or part of your success story with this past year, your donation orders are going crazy. Over 40% increase over the past year. So it's becoming really an excellent way for customers to support and for girls to generate additional orders for the troop and for their own rewards and patches as well. If you have customers that ask about gluten-free options, the answer is yes, there are products that are available that are gluten-free. As a matter of fact, 18 of the total list are in fact gluten-free. They'll be highlighted with a GF on the in-person nut card, as well as on the online Girl Scout store, telling those customers with an allergen or a sensitivity that there are gluten-free, safe for gluten-free ordering. And there's also a full list of allergens, nutritionals, and ingredients available at the link highlighted here on this slide, and that will be available on the website as well for girls and for customers that want that level of detail. And just a little bit again about your deliveries, and Doug touched on this with the use of the delivery ticket, but your girl delivered, your online girl delivery and your in-person orders will arrive at your service unit. And you would need to connect with your service unit coordinator, your Mags and Munchies manager, to find out when your products will be available for pickup for your troop. And then, of course, hand those out using the delivery tickets onto your girls so that they can distribute them out to their customers. There's no rounding up, so you will receive the exact number of pieces that your girls sold, and then you deliver them out or distribute them out, and they go on to the customers as soon as possible. And if you do have any discrepancies or issues, damages, what have you, please make note of that on the delivery ticket, and then also make sure that the team is notified as soon as possible about any issues that might need to be addressed, and we'll try to turn those around for you so that your customers get everything that they needed and ordered as soon as possible as well. And thank you so much for your efforts this year in taking on your role as a troop volunteer from Mags and Munchies. And I will now hand it over to Mona for some special council specific information.
Thank you, Todd. So on the council side, something that's new and easier for troop managers is that the troop manager agreement form must be submitted online. So that's necessary that if you want to be a troop manager for your troop, that you sign that online agreement form. Also new this year is that the ACH forms must be submitted online as well, and they must be completed by both the troop leader and the co-leader. So 2 forms are required for each troop. Links to both of these forms can be found on GSNC's OLC Troop Manager dashboard, which we will talk about soon. And we ask that you please send all emails and questions throughout the season to customercare@gsnc.org. So we know you would like access to the M2 system, which volunteers gain access tomorrow. So in order to gain access to M2, we ask that you first complete that online agreement form. Once you complete that, we will check that you have a current background check. and that you are a registered member who is in the role of either troop manager, troop leader, or troop co-leader for your troop. And if all of that checks off, you will be uploaded onto the M2 system. We have the troop bonus again this year. So for the troop bonus, you earn a $10 coupon for the troop for the GSNC shop and a GSNC Munch Time patch that you see here for each girl in the troop that has at least one online order on the M2 system by October 6th. So that's 1 week into the start of the program. So the criteria to earn the troop bonus, which must be completed by October 6th, is that first the troop manager picks up the Mags&Munchies printed materials from your service unit Mags&Munchies chair or council if you don't have a chair. Second, that a registered and background checked GSNC member who signed the online agreement form is taking on the role of Mags&Munchies manager. And third, that the troop's ACH bank account information has been received by council. And again, this year that's online and 2 forms per troop. Very important, and we cannot stress this enough, is first that you please give and get a signed receipt for every single transaction that occurs. So whether you are collecting money from a girl or parent or giving it to your troop leader, co-leader to deposit into the account, please give and get a signed receipt for every transaction. Also, it's very important that you please collect a signed parent permission form from every participating Girl Scout. So those parent guides are part of the printed materials you receive, so please make sure you collect the permission form from every participating Girl Scout. So we have been referring to the OLC Mags&Munchies dashboard a lot, and we will continue to throughout the season. So what is the Troop Manager dashboard? It's a one-stop shop dashboard on GSNC's online community. We call it the OLC. You can think of it kind of like a Facebook where you can like and follow posts. So it's used for, the whole council uses it. It's not just for product programs. So it's a great resource to use throughout the season where you can see different programs occurring, different events coming up. And we also use it for Mags&Munchies. So we created a dashboard for girls and families and a separate one for troop managers. There you will find all important forms, fun activities, links to instructional, informative videos, and more. You'll also find a recording of this presentation as well as the PowerPoint slides, so you can refer to it later. And if you think that something belongs on the dashboard, please let us know and we will add it. And if you need access to the OLC, please send an email to customercare@gsnc.org and we will make sure that you gain access. This is just a quick glance into the Troop Manager dashboard. As you can see, there's a link to the M2 site. We're going to be posting a contest for a giant Ocelot plush soon. There's a fun activity packet, BarkBox resources, all the forms and documents you will need for the season linked right here, as well as instructional videos that we will be referring to through emails during the season. So for those who, this is not your first Mags&Munchies year, what's new, to kind of summarize that, the tumblers and BarkBox, of course. So those have the same reward structure as the magazines. The 2 new products that are joining the lineup are the Thai Chili Mix and the Cheddar Caramel Crunch. And both are great. The product program team was divided in half over which one we like. So both of them are really great products to be joining the lineup. We had a lot of questions about the Share My Site option last season, and we just want to note that it's no longer a requirement for earning any reward or patch this season. But just know that it's still a great tool to use, and we recommend that you tell your Girl Scouts about it to create awareness about their online store. Standard shipping will be the default this year. The Troop Manager agreement and the ACH forms will be submitted online. And something new that we added this year is the Care to Share donation to the Care to Share donations program, and that's at 20+ donations. Girl Scouts can adopt an Ocelot. So that basically is a symbolic animal adoption that supports World Wildlife Fund's global conservation efforts, where every donation helps save endangered wildlife, protect fragile ecosystems, and builds a future where people live in harmony with nature. And it includes all of these things you see here. That includes the formal adoption certificate, a photo with interesting facts, the personalized acknowledgement letter, and more. So we know it's been a lot of information, but a quick checklist to make sure that you are on the right path and in a great position for getting started with Mags and Munchies is to first get your Mags and Munchies printed materials from your service unit, Mags and Munchies chair or council, then to hold a Mags and Munchies training for your troop and to check out the manager dashboard on the OLC. Third, we ask that you have your troop leader and co-leader complete the online ACH form. Fourth, after confirming that you have a current background check, you are a registered member for the new Girl Scout year, and you're in the role of either troop leader, co-leader, or Mags and Munchies manager on MyGS, we ask that you please sign the online troop manager agreement form, and that will give you access to M2. Once you gain access to M2, which starts tomorrow, you can log in and send out those parent adult email campaigns that Doug referred to. And lastly, please continue to check your emails periodically for the most up-to-date information regarding the Mags and Munchies program. Thank you so much. We look forward to a wonderful season with you. And I'm going to stop sharing so we can answer your questions. And I'll actually stop recording.